All right, One Africa people. We're going to talk about Senegal. In the continent of Africa, one of the stable country when it comes to politics and when it comes to democracy is Senegal. We have witnessed like a year ago when people of Senegal came together after the ex-president of Senegal tried to actually increase his term. People, they stepped out and they demonstrated, and at the end of the day, they got two of their, I think, best leaders so far, Diomaye Faye and Sonko, right? Sonko was supposed to be actually running for president, but he was taken to prison. So instead of him, actually his mentee became a president, Diomaye Faye, and Sonko, he is the prime minister. And things have been moving in the right direction so far. The only thing that I was a little bit disappointed when they visited United States and Diomaye Faye, the president of Senegal, he asked for Trump to build the golf pitch in Senegal. And I was like, all right, I don't know if this is what really we need right now in Africa. But anyways, this move that Senegal has made, I think it's extraordinary. All right, so here's this art. Senegal introduced its e-visa payment requirements for non-African travels. Guys, you can actually check this news on Swahili Nation Network on Instagram. Go follow us and you can see all the news we share about Africa. All right, Senegal has announced a significant change to its immigration policy by introducing an electronic visa, e-visa system that specifically targets non-African nationals. This is good. Guys, this is good. All right. Let me tell you something. I remember when I was in Korea, there was a time we wanted to go to do mission trip to LA, United States, and we applied for visa, and I think we paid, I don't remember, it was something like $250, something like that, we paid that money, and my visa was rejected, right? First time I did, it was rejected. I had to repeat for the second time. I paid another money, it was rejected for no reason, literally for no reason. I think God was telling me something, you know what I'm saying? That I'm talking about 7 years ago, right? But I was with my another Tanzanian friend, African friend, and he was accepted, but I was rejected. We presented the same document, the same form, we answered the same questions. It was a mission trip from the church, so we basically presented everything the same, but I was the only one rejected. Then I just felt like, you know what, I was not supposed to go there. But imagine, I paid $250 and I paid $250 again, in total $500, and I was rejected and I got no refunds. So imagine within a single year, how many Africans do they apply for the foreign visa, or America or UK or whatever, and they get rejected and their money is just like that. So when you see all these advertisements about these countries, they always attract us to visit, to see all this historical side. And most of African dreams is to visit the United States, right? And what happened is you get rejected and the money never get refunded. This is the business that we never think about. Can you imagine if one person applied twice, $500, and got rejected? Just one person. What about 10 people? $5,000. What about 100 people? Guys, $50,000. What about 1,000 people? Man, $500,000. What about 10,000 people? $5 million. Just like that. It is the source of revenue. It's the source of income for so many international countries, Western countries. And that's why, if you've been asking yourself, why am I getting rejected? Because this is the business. They cannot just accept you at once. Okay, some of you, maybe you'll be lucky, you'll be accepted for whatever reason. But most of our people, they get rejected and denied. And they pay money again to apply, and then they get rejected. But that is the source of revenue for these countries. You just go on Google right now, type how much money does United States make out of visa. The matter of fact, let's do right now, okay? How much money the US make a year? From visa application. You're gonna be surprised. All right, you did not even search this before, so let's test this. All right, they are not showing here. They're actually not showing here the number. It is quite interesting. Okay, non-immigrant visa, this cover temporary stay, it's like costs like 265. That's non-migrant visa. Non-migrant 265. Immigrants visa 345. All right. So imagine that non-migrant visa 265. How many people are being rejected and how much money they make? You calculate. Do the math. They don't see here. They don't show here the specific number of how much money the United States make out of visa. They don't show, and it's kind of weird how much money. Yeah, it doesn't show, guys. But imagine if one person 265 US dollar. Imagine how much money they make if they reject like 1 million people, and a lot of people they try to go there. 1 million people, 200. Okay, take 265. Times 1 million people. How much money you get there? It's a lot of money. It's a business. So, why am I saying this? Senegal doing this because now they've introduced e-visa for all non-African nations to apply before they get there, and they have to pay money for it. Can you imagine how much money Senegal is going to make? Because Senegal is a beautiful country. A lot of people will want to go there to see how it's going. It's a stable when it comes to democracy. Lots of people will want to visit. Okay, this year actually Tanzania became literally number one country in Africa as a touristic destination and everything. Because why? Because of the stability of the country and everything. A lot of people came, and because of all these touristic sites, we have Serengeti, Ngorongoro, Kilimanjaro, Zanzibar. Also, a lot of people they come, they want to see that, and the country actually made a lot of money out of the tourism. All this touristic coming into the nation. So basically this, first of all, it's going to generate a lot of money to the Senegal. Basically approximation, I think I've seen the number, it's kind of like 100 million US dollar. This is how much money Senegal is going to make. It's very easy to make money. But what do? Most of our nations, for all this country to come to our continent, we give them visa free. But us going to their countries, we need to pay for the visa. They make money out of us, but we're not making nothing out of them. So the move that Senegal is taking is very important for the development of the country. And I hope the entire continent of Africa will actually try to do the same thing. Why? Because you see how Trump is changing policies right now. I've seen the news that Trump's tariff to South Africa is actually increased all the way to 30%. And these are two countries that they always had tariff agreements. You could have exemption of the taxes from if you're in the Southern African, from the US, you always got that. But right now it's 30%. 30%. And I see the same thing is going to happen to Kenya as well. And to so many African countries. And it has been happening all the time. But what do we Africans do? We know all these people, they want to come to Africa for what? For resting. They always come to Africa. We need to do the same exact thing that Senegal is doing to protect our nations and actually to generate money out of it. Because at this point, a lot of them, they come for vacation in Africa. So what has Senegal done? It's really beautiful. And it's something that needs to be applauded. But what I love even more, this is excluding African countries. So African countries, a lot of African countries can go to Senegal without visa, and it's just easy. You can just go there and get there on arrival and all those stuff. So there's no complication for African people. But for non-African, you need to pay e-visa. This is beautiful because it's a time for Africa. It's a time that we need to do what we gotta do for our nations, for our countries, in order to change this continent, man. We cannot continue to live like old days. No, we need to change this continent for living. And this is one of the moves. But as well, we need to open the doors for the rest of African countries to bring our people together. One Africa right now. With all due said, guys, with all due respect, I have a link in the description code. Sign the petition right now, guys, for One Africa right now. We are advocating for One Africa. We are advocating for one passport. That is what we need for our continent. We need one passport as soon as possible. We need African passport. We need one army. We need one phone call. We need one military in the continent. We need one currency in the continent. That's what we need. So if you believe in these ideas, please head over down to the comment section. Description, you find the link, sign the petition. Please read the petition, sign, and third, share with somebody else, sign. All right, that is very important for us to have Africa want, for us to have one Africa in our generation. And I'm telling you, the future, the present for Africa is looking great than the past. And One Africa is right here. So guys, I appreciate. Leave your comments in the comment section. I would love to read your thoughts. What do you think about Senegal's move? and subscribe. A lot of people who are watching these videos are not subscribing. You can also follow us on social media, Instagram, Swahili Nation Network. We share news there all the time. You can sign the petition. You can join membership. You can join Patreon. You can donate through PayPal. Whatever you can to support, to help the move that we're doing right here. I appreciate, guys. I'll see you very soon. I love you. This is the journey to One Africa.